Chicago Bears fans, what a night. The energy on the field was electric, and honestly, it felt like we were watching something special unfold from start to finish. Caleb Williams came out and just owned the game, 280 yards passing, over 50 yards rushing, plus another 22 receiving. This kid was everywhere, slicing through defenses, making plays that you don't see every week. Watching him yesterday wasn't just about the stats. It was about seeing a quarterback who can truly command the field, create opportunities, and make his team believe in him. Sure, there were moments where head coach Ben Johnson got a little adventurous, maybe even a bit flashy, but you have to give credit where it's due. That combination of Caleb's talent and Johnson's creativity gave the Bears a glimpse of what this offense could really be. It was the kind of performance that leaves fans buzzing and skeptics rethinking their doubts. The climax came in the final minute, a signature moment that will be remembered by anyone who was watching. With less than a minute on the clock, Caleb orchestrated a drive that culminated in a 58-yard touchdown pass to Ken Lovelin. That single play encapsulated the thrill of the game, the potential of this young quarterback, and the excitement that Chicago Bears football can bring when everything clicks. Even in the chaos of a back-and-forth scoring battle, with interceptions, pick sixes that got called back, and a Bengals rally that seemed unstoppable, Williams maintained composure. This wasn't just a win on the scoreboard. It was a statement. Caleb has quietly accumulated nearly 2,000 passing yards over 8 games this season, along with 12 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Consistency is still something he's chasing, but nights like these remind everyone why patience is worth it. And then there's Ken Lovelin. After a quiet start to the season, he exploded for 6 catches, 118 yards, and 2 touchdowns. This was his moment, his breakthrough, and the timing couldn't have been better. From a rookie whose impact was initially underestimated to the hero of a game-winning drive, Lovelin showed that when you trust your young players, magic can happen. This is exactly the kind of development the Bears have been waiting for, a mix of raw talent, determination, and opportunity meeting at the perfect moment. Caleb and Lovelin, side by side, gave fans a night to remember and a reason to feel excited about the future. But it wasn't just the rookies shining. Austin Booker returned from injury and immediately made his presence felt, dominating at critical moments on the defensive line. He registered a sack, a tackle for loss, a quarterback hit, and even forced a fumble at a pivotal point in the game. Booker's impact was undeniable, proving that when healthy, he's a force that opponents have to account for. While Dio Odingbo was expected to provide that same pressure, Booker reminded everyone that the Bears have depth and untapped potential. Watching him bulldoze Orlando Brown Jr. and execute a perfect strip sack on Joe Flacco was the kind of performance that energizes a locker room and shifts momentum. Booker's debut of the season was a statement, signaling that the Bears are not just relying on a few stars. They have players stepping up and making a difference. The running game was equally impressive, with Kyle Manangi emerging as a breakout star. The rookie running back led the Bears' ground attack, carrying the ball 26 times for 176 yards, averaging nearly 7 yards per carry, and adding 3 catches for another 22 yards. Nearly 200 total yards from scrimmage for a rookie, filling in as a starter, is nothing short of phenomenal. His vision, toughness, and ability to break tackles made him a nightmare for the defense and a key factor in the Bears' success. This is exactly what you want from a player who has been given an opportunity to prove himself. Manangi has the tools, the mindset, and now the confidence to be a consistent weapon for this team moving forward. The way he carried defenders, forced his way through traffic, and made critical plays in both the run and passing game will undoubtedly get the coaching staff thinking about how to maximize his role moving forward. Montez Sweat, a veteran presence on the defense, continued to show why the Bears invested in him. Even when sacks weren't plentiful, he made his presence felt through tackles for loss, pass breakups, and consistent disruption in the backfield. For a veteran, it's not always about the flashy stats. It's about influence, about creating pressure that shifts the flow of the game. Sweat's performance, especially in a game where the pass rush as a whole had its ups and downs, reinforced the value of experienced players who know how to make an impact without needing to headline every highlight reel. His consistency and ability to perform at a high level week after week provide the team with stability and leadership, elements that can't be measured purely by numbers. On the offensive side, DJ Moore continues to be a versatile threat. For catches for 72 yards and a 23-yard completion, plus a 17-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter, show just how adaptable and dangerous he is. Using him in multiple ways, both as a receiver and a runner, keeps defenses guessing and maximizes the offensive potential. Ben Johnson's willingness to innovate and put the ball in the hands of his playmakers is paying off. These are the kinds of creative adjustments that turn good teams into contenders. It's not just about one player making a play. It's about building an offense where everyone can contribute and create mismatches. Special teams, however, offered some cause for concern. Cairo Santos struggled, giving up a kick return for a touchdown and missing a field goal, while the unit as a whole allowed over 300 return yards. It's a glaring weakness that the Bears need to address, especially as the season progresses and the competition intensifies. Even with all the offensive fireworks and defensive standouts, football is a game of 3 phases, and the mistakes in special teams can't be overlooked. It's a reminder that while the Bears have made huge strides, there are still areas that need refinement and focus. All in all, the night highlighted the evolution of this team. Rookie talent, veteran leadership, and innovative coaching came together to produce a thrilling victory. Caleb Williams and Ken Lovelin shined on offense. Manangi dominated the run game. Austin Booker made a forceful statement on defense, and Montez Sweat provided a stabilizing influence. There were mistakes, sure, moments that revealed weaknesses, especially in special teams, but the progress, energy, and potential were undeniable. This was a game that had fans on the edge of their seats, a roller coaster of emotion, and a glimpse at what this Chicago Bears team can achieve when everyone contributes. The performances weren't just about individual stats. They were about timing, impact, and the collective belief that this team can win big moments. Now, let's talk about the coaching impact, because no discussion of this game will be complete without giving Ben Johnson and his staff the credit they deserve. Johnson has brought a level of energy, creativity, and accountability that this team has desperately needed. You could see it in the way the Bears executed plays, in the confidence of the rookies, and in the decision-making on the sidelines. The offense looked alive in ways we haven't seen in years. There were moments of risk, yes, moments where it seemed like Johnson was reaching into his bag of tricks to see what might work, but that's exactly what you want from a coach who isn't afraid to innovate. When your young quarterback has the freedom to make plays and your rookie receivers are being trusted in critical situations, that's a recipe for growth and excitement. The game yesterday wasn't just about winning. It was about showing that this coaching staff knows how to maximize talent and build momentum. Every decision, every formation, and every adjustment felt purposeful. It wasn't perfect, but it was calculated, and the results spoke for themselves. This victory also reinforced the importance of trusting young talent. Caleb Williams is still developing, but nights like this remind everyone why the Bears invested in him and why patience matters. When the pressure is on, he doesn't panic. He keeps his eyes downfield, reads the defense, and makes plays that can change a game in a single drive. Watching him work in the clutch, especially against a team like the Bengals with a high-powered offense, was encouraging. It showed growth, maturity, and a level of poise that gives fans hope for what's to come. And when you combine that with Lovelin stepping up for his first career touchdowns, you're witnessing the kind of synergy that can carry a team through a season. Johnson's willingness to design plays that highlight these strengths shows not only creativity, but trust, a trust that motivates players to perform beyond expectations. The performance of Manangi was equally significant in showing the Bears' depth. Relying on a rookie 7th-round running back to lead the rushing attack isn't something every team would do confidently, but Manangi answered every question with production. Nearly 200 total yards from scrimmage, consistent gains, and a presence that demanded attention from the defense. This wasn't luck. It was preparation meeting opportunity. The fact that the Bears were able to lean on him in critical moments while still maintaining offensive balance highlights the team's versatility. And this balance doesn't just make them harder to defend. It builds confidence across the roster. Every player sees that effort is rewarded, that talent is recognized, and that even rookies can have moments that define games. That kind of culture is invaluable and can be a cornerstone for sustained success. On defense, Austin Booker and Montez Sweat showed why this team can be disruptive even when the pass rush isn't firing on all cylinders. Booker's impact was immediate, explosive, and game-changing, while Sweat's consistency and ability to affect plays without always getting the sack numbers keeps opponents on their heels. This combination of emerging talent and veteran stability is exactly what the Bears need to create a defensive identity. Even in a game where Joe Burrow threw for over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, the presence of players like Booker and Sweat prevented the game from slipping completely away and kept the Bears competitive until the very end. It's not always about shutting down the opposing quarterback entirely. It's about making every play a challenge, and both players did that admirably. Yet, there were clear areas where improvement is critical. The passing defense, despite individual standouts, gave up big plays that could have cost the Bears dearly. Tyreek Stevenson, Nan Wright, and Jaquan Brisker all had rough nights, struggling to contain an elite receiving duo. The passing game of the opposition exposed holes in coverage and communication that need to be addressed before tougher matchups. And special teams were a glaring weak point. Allowing over 300 yards in returns and giving up a kickoff return for a touchdown is unacceptable at this level. Cairo Santos' missed field goal only added to the pressure, and the unit's inconsistency serves as a reminder that success in football relies on contributions from every phase. Fixing these weaknesses is essential if the Bears want to maintain the momentum they've built from this win. The talent is there. The execution just needs to catch up. Another important factor to consider is the morale and confidence boost from seeing rookies perform under pressure. Lovelin's breakout game, Manangi's dominance, and even glimpses of C.J. Garner-Johnson stepping up show that this team is beginning to trust its younger players. That trust fosters a culture where mistakes are opportunities to learn rather than failures to punish. It's a subtle but crucial shift, and one that can carry the Bears through the highs and lows of a long season. When players believe the coaching staff believes in them, it translates into effort, risk-taking, and creativity on the field. This game was a perfect example of that philosophy in action. Every big play, every clutch performance, and every critical adjustment demonstrated the benefits of developing talent while giving them the freedom to contribute in meaningful ways. And let's not overlook the mental toughness that this game showcased. The Bears were faced with adversity multiple times, turnovers, nearly blown leads, and an opposition surge, but the team stayed composed. Williams remained poised, Booker and Sweat continued to make plays, and the offense didn't crumble under pressure. That mental resilience is as important as physical talent in football, and it's something that Johnson and the coaching staff have clearly emphasized. Watching a young quarterback navigate a high-stakes situation successfully while a rookie receiver scores 2 touchdowns for the first time in his career tells you a lot about the culture being fostered in Chicago. This isn't just a team that can win. It's a team learning to believe in itself and execute under pressure. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL rumor mill is buzzing with one of the most tantalizing whispers of the offseason. Sources close to the situation suggest that Devon Smith, the electrifying wide receiver known for his acrobatic catches and game-breaking speed, has made a stunning decision that could shake up the NFC North. Word is that Smith has declined a contract extension with his current team and is setting his sights on joining the Chicago Bears. While neither Smith nor the Bears have officially confirmed anything, insiders hint that discussions have been quietly accelerating behind the scenes. The Bears, who have been searching for a true number 1 receiver to pair with their young quarterback, could find in Smith the missing piece to revitalize a passing game that has struggled to find consistency in recent seasons. The potential fit seems almost cinematic. Smith's route-running precision and yards-after-catch prowess could inject instant excitement in a Soldier Field, giving fans a reason to believe in a new era of offensive firepower. Adding fuel to the speculation, sources claim that Smith has been clear about his desire to join a team where he can both showcase his talents and compete at the highest level. The Bears, notorious for being aggressive in free agency when the timing and talent align, are reportedly intrigued by the possibility of bringing in a receiver who can command attention from defenses week in and week out. League insiders are already imagining the matchups. Smith against divisional cornerbacks like Jair Alexander could create highlight reels for years to come. Of course, the NFL is nothing if not unpredictable. Rival teams are said to be monitoring the situation closely, aware that a move like this could shift the balance of power in a division that has long been defined by defense rather than fireworks. Smith's decision, if it comes to fruition, wouldn't just impact the Bears' offense. It could send shockwaves through the entire NFC North, forcing other teams to rethink strategies and perhaps even prompting unexpected trades or signings. As the buzz grows, one thing is clear. Whether this story remains a tantalizing rumor or evolves into a blockbuster reality, Devonta Smith's next move has already captured the imagination of fans, analysts, and rival front offices alike. The Bears' faithful, starved for headline-making talent, are quietly holding their breath, hoping that this whispered deal turns into the headline of the year. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about the Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.